Live. Welcome to my live. This is Carla's way. I like fashion, travel, and then I like to just yap, yap, yap. You'll always also see things about my family. Normally, I go on live. I try to go a few times per week, but I have been so sick. I'm still sick, so that's why I have not been on live because I've been really, really, weak, just sick. But when you're getting the flu or getting a cold, it's like your body tells you that it's coming. So I've been very tired, very sluggish, and now I have the cold, like stuffy nose. My throat hurts. You can hear in my voice, but I decided to come on today and talk to you guys about Happy Lovers Day. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, Saturday, February 14th, 2026. It's Valentine's Day. A lot of people are celebrating Valentine's. A lot of people don't, but I hope if you are that you're able to spend it with your special someone. I hope that you're loved the way you should be loved because you know what, guys? Love is every day. Love is not just one time a year. If you're with someone, you should love them every day, every second, every moment. It's not just one day. But happy Valentine's Day to everyone that, you know, come into my live. Happy Valentine's Day. Don't forget to like the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you come in. So I was just saying how I'm happy to celebrate Valentine's Day, but I can't celebrate it the way that I want to because I'm sick. It's cold here, and pretty much I have to be stuck in the house. But I did get my roses. I did get a balloon, and I did get a gift, some chocolate, even though I'm on like a diet to lose 10 pounds. But I had the chocolate today. But the balloon is cute. You guys see the balloon, and then my flowers, my roses are upstairs, and I got my chocolate. No, my husband knows that I would prefer to go on a trip or get out of this cold climate because it's about what, 20 degrees today. It's still cold, and I am sick. So we're not celebrating today the way we normally do. We're just staying home because it's very cold. I love you too. I thank you so much for coming on to my live. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that we can always talk. So, a lot of people are celebrating today, and a lot of people celebrated what? Galentine's Day. Galentine's Day yesterday. So, Galentine's is a different holiday now. People are celebrating it on the 13th of February, the day before Valentine's. And it's like, I love the idea of Galentine's. I love that girls get together and celebrate love because we all have different friend groups. So it's really, really cool. But it's another holiday that we have to celebrate. It's another holiday that we have to dress up and go out. If you choose to celebrate Galentine, I didn't celebrate Galentine, but maybe one year I'll celebrate with my friends because I do have a friends group. So, guys, be careful if you're going out there because it's crowded. I hope you're able to take your loved one to a restaurant. I hope you're able to celebrate love. Love is a beautiful thing, especially if it's shared the right way. If you have a great partner that cherish, respects, and love you. If you have friends or family around that loves you, friends or family around who treats you with respect and dignity, treat you like you're number one, treat you like you're special, it's very good. So a lot of people, I guess the meaning behind Valentine's Day is not really good, but a lot of people do celebrate the day. They do, take pride in celebrating love because they've pretty much made it a day of love. But the meaning behind Valentine's Day is not really great. But if you do celebrate it, me, I'm on the fence. I get my husband will get me something for Valentine's Day. We do celebrate it, but I am on the fence if I would truly want to continue to celebrate it. But our anniversary is just a week. It's a week after Valentine's. So normally we go away for our anniversary, We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day the way we should. We just go away for our anniversary. So, but I'm very happy that he bought me roses, and I'm sick, I can't do anything. I have a cold. It seemed like the cold or flu is going around in my state, and it's going around in the US. So people have to be very, 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 very careful. Make sure you take your medicines, take your vitamin C, take everything to protect yourself. But I know a lot of people will be dressing up in their red and pink today and going out, and that is so cool. And I love seeing that on my timeline. I love seeing people, just have fun, live in love. Love is a beautiful thing. A lot of people have turned love into such, or try to turn love into a negative thing. But when you have true love, it's very, very important. It's very, very good. True love, you have people that will be there for you, through thick and thin, when you're sick, when you're up, when you're high, and when you're low. So that will be true love. People that are genuine in your life, they love you no matter what, no matter who you are, whether you're, rich or poor, whether you're handicapped or not, they love you no matter what. So a lot of people don't know the true meaning of love. They'll say they love someone, but yet they treat them like crap. That is not love. You can't possibly love somebody and treat them horrible. When you love someone, you want to see the best for them. You want to see that they come out on top. You want to see that that person is never hurt. You want to see that that person succeed in life. So love to me is the way, a parent love a child. It's unconditional. Not all parents love their child. There's some parents who treat their child really horrible, but the parents who love their kids unconditionally, the parents who love their kids, to no end, they love their kids unconditionally, treat their kids well. So love is kind. The way the Bible explains love is the way that love actually is for me. And I feel like people should definitely follow the Bible's way of love. Love is kind. A lot of people will say they love you, but they do some questionable things. Like, do you really understand the true meaning of love? When you love somebody, you're loyal to them. You don't deceive them behind your back. you know, I was talking to a friend, and she's in a loving relationship, somebody I know, and she's supposed to buy a house with her husband, a second house, and the husband went behind her back and bought a house in a different state, and he tells her he loves her every day. So now she wants to separate, and he's trying to get her back. But, is that love? How can you say you're sorry to that if you're doing something behind someone's back? To me, that's not love. Love, you're very honest and open. You care about the person's feelings. You care about whether you hurt someone, or you care about how you feel about others, or how you make them feel. Think of the way of how you would feel if you do a certain act or action to someone. Think of how you would feel. So when it comes to love, though, that's the thing that I believe love is. You treat people how you want to be treated. You treat your partner how you want to be treated. You treat your loved ones, your family, your friends, how you want to be treated. A lot of people will do let people feel left out, as a friend. That is hurtful to certain friends. So to me, that's not love. So, guys, love is kind, love is beautiful, love is love. So, you guys can let me know, what do you guys think of love? Do you think what do you think of love? A lot of people, they see love as differently. Some people, they base love on material items. If someone give them material items or monetary gifts, if someone give you monetary gifts or monetary items, then yeah, you feel that they love you. But to me, love is an action. To me personally, I don't know. You guys can let me know, what is love to you. To me, love is an action word. It's based on how people treat me, because I am someone who likes to, my love language is acts of service. So love to me is how someone treat me. Handy, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Some people don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Some people feel like Valentine's Day, it's just not for them. And that's okay. To me, it's neither here nor there. I celebrate it, but if I don't celebrate it, it's not a big deal. But a lot of people take Valentine's Day seriously. I heard someone say they were going to call out because they had to work today, Valentine's Day. And I'm like, calling out of work for Valentine's Day? Everyone takes different holidays seriously. So Valentine's Day is important to some people. Love is very important. But to me, if you're with a partner, if you're married or with a spouse, you have a husband, you have a wife, love is all year round. You treat. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know that you can hear me. Are you guys able to hear me? So, to me, sometimes love also can be very blind. There are people who they will get with someone for love and they're pretty much using them. They will manipulate them and use them, just like I said, to get material items. Some people, it's based love on what people can give them. And that to me is an empty form of love, because what if the person is incapable of giving you a material item, or incapable of giving you money, or incapable of giving you a gift? Like they don't have the means or way to give you those items. Then to me, you no longer love that person. So you cannot attach love to material items. Love is not material. It should not be attached to a material items. And there's also some people, they think love is physical, like a physical. You have to be intimate with somebody, and that says they love you. No, you. Some people, they will sleep with you and they don't love you. They will do stuff to you and they don't love you. They're just doing that to get something out of you. You know, I knew someone who, the guy, he said that he loved her, and he well, this, I said love is not attached to material items, but also to me love is action. But men will manipulate girls to get on in their skin, to get in their pants, and then just to get the goodies. They don't love them. They will do stuff to manipulate them and get the goodies. They don't love them. But as women get older, they should understand that men, men, I'm not saying men are bad. They should just understand who has good intentions for them and who have bad intentions for them. Who have good intentions for you and who have bad intentions for you. Because can you believe that people at an older age are still players? They're still trying to play games and still getting multiple partners. People are still trying to get multiple partners at certain age. Some people, the game never ends. When you see a man have multiple partners or multiple, to me, sometimes, like I was saying, I was speaking to someone and they're of an older age, and they were telling me how, their partner was playing games with them. Can you believe playing games at an older age? Now, I'm in my 40s and these people are like way older, and they're playing games, like pretty much giving people their numbers, or when you're in a relationship, talking to different women. I did not know that people played games at an older age. Older meaning like close to 70 years old. Why would a man play games? You're in your 70s and you still want to flirt around with women. That's crazy to me. They say men take forever to grow up, and I think some men. Hi, Kiyomi. How are you? I miss you, girl. How are you? I have not been on because I have been sick myself. I know you guys can hear it in my voice, but I have been so sick. What have you been sick with? The flu? My kids have been sick. They get it from school and they bought it to me. So they said a bad flu. They're saying the COVID is still around, but people are not testing it. So I hope I don't have that, but I have something. But happy Valentine's Day, happy Lover's Day if you celebrate. I don't know if you celebrate because some people they don't celebrate the day. So happy Valentine's Day or happy Lover's Day if you do celebrate, and I hope you get better. And I hope it's nothing serious. It's just a cold or the flu like I have. So I pretty much can't go out for Valentine's Day. I have to stay in because even walking up the stairs, like my energy level is so low and I am not sure why, but it's the winter. We're not getting the sun we need up here. We're not getting the true vitamin D source. I take my vitamins every day, but the winter, you get sick. I get it once a year, and I do not take the flu shot because I know that the flu shot, everyone that gets the flu shot to me, they get more sick. They seem like they get really sick when they get the flu. Oh, wow, you got it full blown. That's not good. Well, I hope you stay warm. At least you're in a warm island in Trinidad. I hope you stay warm, get enough medicine and take care of yourself because the flu is no joke when you get it full blown. It's like really, it can really affect you. So make sure you have lots of fluids, you know, take a lot of medicine, drink a lot of fluids. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kiyomi. And yes, it's not letting me down. It's not because, like I said, our anniversary is next week. So we normally just celebrate our anniversary. And guys, for me, there's so many things happening in February because there's a lot of people close to me that have February birthdays. So I'm always celebrating in February birthdays and then my anniversary. It's just a lot. So it's a busy month for me. And being sick, I guess it's cold outside, so I am not missing anything. Just probably going to a fancy restaurant, which I will do next week. You can celebrate. I know today is official Valentine's Day, but people can celebrate it any day they want to. Wow. Oh my God, I forgot it was carnival season in Trinidad. Oh, I've never made it there. I need to make it there. I forgot it was carnival. So that means it sounds like you have a stomach bug. Probably someone bought something over there. That's crazy. That sounds like a stomach bug turning into the flu. That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry to hear. I hope you feel better. I just have a stuffy nose and my body feel weak. But besides that, and I don't have an appetite. My appetite is not there. I have no appetite. So I have to force myself to, drink water. Because, when you're sick, you need lots of fluid to keep your body hydrated. So I'm trying to drink tea, water, and some orange juice, but make sure you stay hydrated because once you throw up and stuff, it's like you need to bring fluids back in. Right. If you're on a weight loss journey, I guess it's the best time, but still, who wants to be sick, right? No one wants to be sick. But hopefully you get better and this is your one time being sick for the year. When summer come, you'll be good. Even though you're in Trinidad, it's warm there. So when summer come, you'll be good, you know? My friend had said they had a medication in the Caribbean. It start with a C. She bought it up. I forgot the name of it because she kept mentioning it, and it's for flu and cold. It start with a C. I forgot the name because she also had the flu and she was taking it. I'm like, I've never heard of that medicine. So she went to her country in December. She went to Guyana and she bought it up. So make sure you have your soup. So that's what I'll be drinking, the Jamaican soup, the chicken soup. I'll be drinking that because that is really good for you. And do you guys have fever grass in Trinidad? Oh my God. Kiyomi, you know what? For single people on Valentine's Day. Hi, Rolandi. Hi, how are you guys? Kiyomi, for single people on Valentine's Day, I think you guys should go out to try to meet someone. Get dressed up and go out, but you're sick, you can't do that. Get dressed up. And now for single people, they have Galentine's. You can go out with your friends. I was supposed to go out with my friends on Galentine's, but like I said, I'm sick. We planned to go out, but we can't because I'm sick. I don't want to get anyone sick. Thank you guys so much. Happy Valentine's Day. I normally say happy Lovers Day for all the people who celebrate love. We don't have an appetite real situation because we're sick. I have no appetite because I am sick. I have no appetite. I can't taste anything. Um, Polindo, you're single. For all you single people, why are you single? Love is in the air. It's 2026. Oh no, you need to stay home, Kiyomi, if you're sick. Stay home, relax. Going out will come, but you probably have a lot of tourist people there because it's carnival. So it's probably very hyped now. But if you're sick, stay home because you don't want to not recover. They said there's a bad case of COVID going around. Like the flu that's going around now, it's like they're saying it's one of the worst flus. I don't know if it's just in the US or all over the world, but you have to be careful. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. I feel like love is in the air. It's Valentine's Day. It's love is in the air. Oh, you think it's just the flu? Yeah. I think I just have mine is probably a cold. I don't know if it's the flu because I just have stuffy nose, no appetite, and my body feels very weak, like it's been hit by a truck. But I feel a little better today because I'm here talking to you guys, but the whole week it was terrible. I couldn't do anything. Plus it's been cold. It's been like -4 degrees and now it's getting a little bit warmer. Thank you. It's a Valentine's Day flu. Yes. It has to be a Valentine's Day flu because I know a lot of people who have been getting sick. And it's not just here, it's all over. A lot of people. It's not just in the cold, it's in warm areas because I have an uncle. My uncle, he's in Jamaica. He's been there for 2 weeks and he said he's been sick with the flu. He was bedridden for about 1 week with the flu and he's in Jamaica. So I feel like something is going around all over the world. It's not just in the cold climate, it's in the heat as well. Yes. Guys, you have to have money to love a girl. Even though I said love is an emotional attachment to someone, emotionally connected. It doesn't have to be, it's not monetary, but some women, if you don't have money, majority of women, you won't be able to love her, or you have to you have to do things for her, and money requires that, right? Oh, really? I've never been to Trinidad. I'm in I'm in the cold, Kiyomi. It's cold. Everyone is out celebrating Valentine's Day. That's what people are doing. They're out celebrating Valentine's Day, but the restaurants are probably crowded. It's to have snow outside. It's cold, so I am not going. Well, I'm not going out anyway because I'm sick. But I wasn't planning on going out. I'm going out next week. But I feel like love is in the air. When I see a lot of single people like getting with new people, it's so fun. And you guys are young. Paulindo, you're young, right? Maybe you and Kiyomi could connect, but we can't see your faces. Yes, Blue. Women love money. And it's not about loving money. Women just likes to buy. We like to buy things. We have nothing better to do but to spend and buy things. We like to buy things. We like to dress up and go out with our friends. We like to, we like to be a female. I'm sending you a hug through the phone, Kiyomi. There you go. You got a hug from me. A hug through the phone. Chocolate and a hug. See? Kiyomi don't mind. She just like chocolate and a hug. Me personally, I got roses and that's all I want. And money. I got roses. I like roses. I love flowers. So I got what I wanted. I would love to dress up and go out because I like to do that, but it's cold and it doesn't affect me. Sometimes I would even just, we celebrate here. I would just decorate the house really nice and we just celebrate here. But because I'm sick, I'm not in the mood for that. Where's Kerala, Manika? I don't know where Kerala is. Polindo, if you're gonna say money don't love you, then pretty much you're the one cursing yourself. You're saying money don't love you. And 37 is not young. Yeah, you need to start getting it together so you can settle down. Because if you want kids, you don't want to have kids at an older age. Kids make you tired. They make you very, very tired. So you want to have kids young. You want to establish yourself. Watch, they have financial literacy on YouTube, things to help you get financially rich. Oh, I don't want to come to India because India, they don't treat women well. I'm a very strong-minded, strong-willed woman. I'm a Jamaican woman, and no, I don't think India is ready for me. I cannot be submissive. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so true, Kiyomi. Yeah, if I had a friend that's born today, yeah, I would definitely remember their birthday, right? Because you're always going to remember that today's their birthday. You're always going to remember that. Right. I don't believe anyone should be poor, Polindo. You cannot struggle in 2026. It's not good to struggle. But a lot of people just live very simple lives. They don't need, like Kiyomi said, she just needs chocolate and a hug. She don't need too much. A lot of people don't need all that you're seeing on the internet. Like they have a room full of roses. I don't need all that. A simple bouquet of roses is fine for me because who's gonna clean that up? Who's gonna clean up all those roses, all those flowers? That's a lot of flowers, a lot of roses. That's a lot. Guys, I'm just like tonight, I'm just gonna drink my soup and go to bed. Sorry, I have to get tissue because my nose is running. Right. I think in life we just need a simple life with a few people that love us. You know, when you're going on. Polindo, you're funny. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but my nose is running. My nose is running a bit. So I'm going to bed very soon. Yeah, a simple life with a few circles. I think the internet tries to let people live a big life. And that's why a lot of people in, I don't know around the world because I don't know the world and people's culture, but I would say in the US, a lot of people are unhappy because they're trying to keep up with other people, keep up with the Joneses, keep up with other people. And you can't. A lot of people have become like the people who steal people's cards and all that. They've become like scammers just to keep up with other people. And there's no way you can be content with what you have. You don't have to impress other people. And it's the older you get, the more you understand that it's just a waste of time. You have to learn to live for yourself, live within your means, and just enjoy the little things. You know, just getting up daily, just being healthy. Look at me today, I have the flu. You just have to be grateful that you get over a cold or your body get healthy, because be grateful that you can get up and walk up the stairs, guys. I told you it's very stressful for me to walk up the stairs out because my body is so weak from the flu. So Polindo, my child got me sick because he's sick and they just want to be in your face when you're sick. They don't care. They don't have any regards for, I'll tell them I'm older. I may look young, but I'm older, so I have to protect my body. But they don't care. So kids get germs from the schools and then they bring all the germs to you. So it's just when you live in a household, that's how it is. One person started and then it goes through everybody. But I don't feel bad. I'm not bedridden, so that's good. I am not bedridden. Okay, Paulindo, I hope you find the person that you need. It's Valentine's Day. I'm wishing everyone have love. Have love. Love is such a beautiful thing to spend it with the right partner. But if you do find love, I hope it's someone who is very genuine, treat you with respect, love you for you, and someone who is nice, not evil. Because some people can be very evil. So I hope it's somebody who's really genuine. And I'm not saying just women can be evil, men can be evil too. Some people have hidden agendas when they meet you, especially if you have money. They will have hidden agendas, and you have to be careful. They'll say they love you, but they're not there to love you. They're there to come get your resources and finances. So I'm not saying when you're married you have to share, of course, but you still have to be careful. You have to be careful of people who are entering your life. So Polinda, I wish you have a great love story. I wish you find someone that you can build a life with, and don't wait too long because you're 37, you're almost 40. I wish you all the best, because when you're older, you need to have someone with you. I was talking to a friend, they're older, which is weird. They're older and they're older people dating. And it's weird how older men, or I'm not saying it's just men, but this particular guy, He's playing games. He's getting numbers of other women and he's talking to other women. And you would think men would leave that alone in their younger years, but some men, they still have those habits. And I'm like, why? When you're at a certain age, you should not try to be a player. What's the point of being a player at an older age? Does that make sense? You're supposed to be settled and with one person, with one person that you love. Why are men chasing different women at an older age? I feel like those type of men, they did not learn their lesson in life. Like life did not teach them, because for you to be over 60 and playing games, that is very shocking to me. It's very shocking. That's good, Paulindo. And I hope you find your wife soon. We're gonna wish you on this live that you find your wife and that she's someone that you really, really love and she treats you well. And you can have your barbershop, but the lady can come in with her resources. And I was talking about in a relationship. So when a man, yes, women want a man with money. However, a woman should also have her own money and have her own identity. Don't ever go into a man's life and want to take all his money and don't have your own identity. You're just there because it's a man. If you get married, oh, it's you don't have your own identity. You don't have your own friends. You don't have anything, your hobbies or nothing about you that you can say, oh, I got on my own without my husband, or I accomplished this without my husband. You should always, as a female, have your own identity, have your own goals, have your own resources. You can definitely come together with your husband, talk about it, and you guys join together. But you guys are two separate people. You're not the same. You're just coming together, you're just coming together as partnership to me, as love, as a union, as one, but you still should have your own personality, your own. Because I was watching a story of a lady, she had babies, she had a new baby. She's a new mom and she's married, but her friends were trying to get her to come out, and the lady kept saying, oh, my husband, my husband, my baby, my baby, my husband, my husband, my baby, my baby. I understand. I do believe in love. I believe in family. I believe in unity. But you, as a woman, you cannot revolve your life around a man. To me, that does not make any sense. You have to have your own identity. You cannot, because what happens if that man is gone? When that man is gone, what is gonna happen? Like you'll be lost. You'll be lost once the man is gone. Right, Paulindo. Yes, you're right. You're right. But I hope you find your wife, but also I hope people have their own identity. I hope females, you understand that it's not just, you know, marriage is beautiful. It's a union, but outside of your husband and children, you do should have your own individuality. If someone comes to me and say, Carla, who is Carla? I must know who Carla is. I shouldn't be saying, oh, I'm Carla, I'm a wife, I'm a mom. There's more to yourself than a wife and mom. There's more to life than that. Yes, Paulindo, you'll survive, but I hope, since you want love, whoever wants love, I hope you can find it, because a lot of people don't find love, and I just hope whoever wants it can find it, because I feel like there's someone for everyone. There's someone for everyone. Me personally, there's someone for everyone. So, love is beautiful. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I was born in Jamaica. I'm from Jamaica, but the weird thing is a lot of people, when I say, like, I was speaking to my friend the other day, I said, oh, sorry guys. For some reason I'm coughing now. I wasn't coughing earlier. But I was talking to one of my friends the other day. I said, "Oh, I'm a Jamaican mom." And she said, I'm not a Jamaican mom." I'm like, "Why would you say I am not a Jamaican mom?" She's like, "When Carla, when I look at you, I don't see you as a Jamaican mom." She's saying that because I was raised in America. I wasn't raised in Jamaica. So she's saying because I was raised in America, I am not a Jamaican mom. But I said, I'm I was born in Jamaica. My mom and dad are Jamaicans. I was raised in a Jamaican household. How can you say because I was raised in America that I am not a Jamaican mom? Like my heritage is still Jamaica, you know? I just have some American traditions, but overall, I am a Jamaican mom. So it's people see you differently. Like if they're hardcore Jamaican, they will say to me, "I am not Jamaican," and those Jamaicans should stop. You cannot say because I'm not hardcore, I wasn't raised here that I'm not from the island. That's ridiculous. There's people who were born here and raised there's people who are born here and raised up here, and they act more Jamaican than I do. You know, you can't say because somebody was not raised in a country that they're not Jamaican. Now, what do you think the Chinese say when the Chinese or other culture come in America? They're Chinese and their kids will say they were raised by a Chinese parents. They're not going to say, oh, they were raised by American parents because their parents are Chinese. So why are Jamaicans like that? Jamaicans won't don't want you to claim them unless you're raised there. That's ridiculous. I was born in Jamaica. Thank you, Pauline. The Jamaican women are really good. Hi, Celine. How are you? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a great Lovers Day, Valentine's Day. Yeah, Paulindo, I just you're right. You can't plan everything for your life sometimes, but you can probably pray and manifest what's gonna happen, you know? Manifest what's gonna happen for your life. Manifest what's gonna happen for your life, and it probably will happen. Manifest that you wanna be married and you want a good wife. It will happen for you. You have to manifest what you want and what you want in your life. If you write down what you want, it will happen because I wrote down something like my goals for it was for 2025, but it's the weird thing. I forgot I wrote it down, and what I wrote down last year is happening for me this year. So sometimes you can write down your goals and what you wish to happen, and you'll see that it will happen. You know, you can manifest it. If it's something you really want, you have to work on it. Yes, so you need to find your Italian wife or Jamaican wife, Paulindo. If a man really wants a wife, he will go and get her, you know? He don't let the wife pass you by. A lot of people will wait for money like, "Oh, you have to be financially stable." Yes, you have to be financially stable, but if you meet a guy or a spouse or partner who have their life together, like you're older, 37, so you'll meet a woman who's I don't know what age, but she's probably already established, so you two can work together to make your life, better. Hi, Body Pearsons. How are you today? I'm not in my car because I am sick today and I'm home. Sometimes I'm home. I'm not in my car. I'm here. I have not been in my car all week, like literally all week, but I still caught a cold. Brat, brat, brat. That's funny. How do you know about Jamaican? That's so funny. Is there any are Jamaican women in Italy? Happy Valentine's Day, body piercing. And I don't act like that type of Jamaican, so my friends will say I'm not Jamaican. But that's funny. I'm really Americanized, but I don't disown my Jamaican culture because my parents are Jamaican, my family is Jamaican. I still eat Jamaican food, I still cook Jamaican food. I was just raised in America, so it kind of looks different. Most people who meet me don't think I'm Jamaican or act like the Jamaican culture, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm still me. You're still you no matter how you act. But you can't worry. As you get older, you cannot worry about what other people say or think. You just have to live your life for yourself. You cannot worry about others because you know what? Other people will fulfill their goals. They will move, they will walk their path, regardless of if you like them or not or what you think about them. So you need to have that same mentality. You have to live your life no matter what people think. Okay, yeah, they don't speak English in Italy. So yeah. Okay. So you speak English, Paulindo? The Jamaicans probably can't understand it. Yeah, they would have to learn the language. I forgot because I totally forgot Italian. Yeah, they have to speak the language. Hey, that's good. You can chat a little bit and a little bit of that. Yeah, I feel like Jamaicans are everywhere. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl halftime show? I don't know if you guys watched this American Super Bowl halftime. It was great. They were celebrating the Spanish culture, and at the end when he was bringing out the flags, he mentioned Jamaica. That's how they say Jamaica. The Spanish they say Jamaica. They don't pronounce it J. So I was like, "What Jamaica? Jamaica?" How did Jamaica get in the mix? It's about Spanish islands. And I'm like, Jamaica is everywhere. We're recognized everywhere. So that was great of Bad Bunny to recognize Jamaica. And guys, I don't know who Bad Bunny is, which is really don't come for me. I didn't know who he was. I still don't know who Bad Bunny is, but I did watch the Super Bowl show. I would have to look into Bad Bunny, but I before the Super Bowl, I had no idea who he was. I don't know his song. I don't know his music. I don't know his songs or his music. So but I was really like excited when he was like Jamaica. He says Jamaica, and the Jamaican flag was there, and it was about the Spanish heritage. So I'm like, wow, he recognized Jamaica. That's pretty dope. I don't I don't know a thing about him, but I will have to do more research. I don't but the halftime show was interesting. It was good. I thought what he did, I definitely believe he was sending a message to America, but he did a great job. He did a great job. It was very different from the halftime shows that I normally see. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I didn't come on to talk to you guys. So, Paulinda, I just say that to say Jamaicans are everywhere. We're all over the world. Jamaicans will migrate anywhere and be the one Jamaican somewhere. That's how they are. They go everywhere. So, guys, even if you're single, I would suggest, I don't know. Yes, that's what he did. He was celebrating this the Spanish heritage, the Latinos, and then he it was yeah, when I watched it, I just knew that was a message to the United States. I knew for sure that was a message to the United States. And it was funny. I don't know what they'll do to him next, but it was a pretty good show. I love the message. You know, the United States is a melting pot, so we all should get along. It's a melting pot of a lot of different cultures. That's why when you go all over in the United States, you can have food from so many different cultures all over. So America should start to embrace that. I don't think America will stop being a melting pot. So at this point, it's best for them to just embrace it. Why go against other cultures? I just feel like if someone is a criminal, if you're a criminal, yes, you can do whatever, nothing bad, but if they're in the country illegally and doing criminal activities, yes, send them back to their country. But if someone is legally here, even if they were here legally here and did something like 20, 30 plus years ago, and they have not done any other crime, and it was like a minor crime, then that person should not be bothered. Like, don't bother them, because apparently they have learned their lesson. You know, they learned their lesson. They pretty much learned their lesson. So that's how I feel. People learn their lesson, and it is what it is. Guys, I'm so sick. But we're going to get better. I just want some soup. And when I have that soup, I will be very, very happy. Oh, right. And we're talking about love. Today's Love's Day. We don't need anyone fighting. Stop the fighting. Stop the fighting, dear. What are we fighting for? Like you were mentioning earlier, we should sit in a with our group of loved ones, enjoy life. You get up, you drink your tea every day, you go do your activities, you know, you feed your kids, you get food, and enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, and stop so much chaos and controversy in the world. We don't understand why. I don't understand why. I don't think people understand why it's happening. Well, we do know it's for greed and money. We do know that. It's for money and greed, but it shouldn't be happening. Just like today's Lover's Day, the United States and everybody else should live in love. Right. Everyone have the same blood. If you cut anyone, you're seeing the same blood. It's not going to be a different color. So we should all get along, all live in love. And the people who are not doing anything bad should definitely not be pushed out of the country. You know, they should not. But, you know, we have really no say in that because it's out of our hands. It's pretty much out of our hands what happens. The government have made their minds up for ICE and everything else that's happening. They have made their minds up, so we can't do anything pretty much. There'll be a lot of protests, and I feel like the protests will probably help. The protests will help a little. Right. Paulindo, yeah, it's better if we don't cut anyone. We live in peace, but I'm just saying if we look underneath the veins or that's running through our body, it's all red. You know, it's all red. But yeah, we don't believe in violence here. We just want everyone to be safe and live a free and happy life. Live a zen life because life is so beautiful. It's so beautiful whether you're, you know, young or old. Life can be so beautiful. You get up, you do your thing, and you have a happy day. You have a happy day. As I don't know, we'll see what the world becomes in 2026. I try not to worry about it because I have no control. I always say that, but for ICE, I'm sure they will protest. They'll definitely protest, and we'll see. I hope they do peaceful protests. They'll do peaceful protests, and it will change how they'll probably change some of the laws because what happened to that nurse, I don't like that. He was trying to help someone and then he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, pretty much. Guys, don't forget to like my live when you come in for me. Yes. Paul Lindo, you like rice and peas? Because it seemed like you like the Jamaicans, the ones that you see in Italy. It seems that you like the Jamaicans that you see in Italy and don't. Is Italy have the biggest Zara? I love Zara. Does Italy have the biggest Zara? I have to come to Italy, Paulinda, but it's so far. I love food too, Paulindo. I'm sitting now. I told you I have no appetite, but I'm waiting for my Jamaican soup. I'm waiting for my Jamaican soup. I love to eat as well, but I just eat in moderation because the older you get, the more, you can't just eat anything. You'll gain so much weight. Yeah, I can't wait. Maybe someday I'll be able to come there. Oh, jerk chicken is good. Oh, that's one of my favorite. That is one of my favorite. And like when I was younger, I didn't like jerk chicken because I did not like spicy foods. As I got older, I started to like more spicy food, but jerk chicken is I think one of my favorite meals in Jamaica. I like stew chicken and jerk chicken. I could do curry chicken, but they're saying I do the red snapper fish. They do it excavate style and then they steam the fish. We cut it up, we steam it. We can put it on a pot to steam or you can put it in the oven to steam. Oh my God, it's so good. I've traveled to many different places and we're talking about love of food. I've traveled to different islands. I feel like no other island have matched Jamaica. They're saying Trinidad matches Jamaica when it comes to food. They're saying out of the islands, Trinidad is one of the top, but I have never had an island. I've been to Barbados, Aruba, Bahamas, where else? Punta Cana, Mexico. And none of those places, I haven't been to many places, but those places, none of their foods match Jamaican food. But the thing about Mexican food, I like Mexican food, Punta Cana. Their food was really good. And then Aruba, I guess they're known for their pancakes, the Dutch pancakes. What do they call them? The crepe or something. I forgot the name of it. And their coffee was really good in Aruba. You guys eat rice and peas in Italy. How do you make it? Oh, I've been to Puerto Rico too. I forgot about Puerto Rico. Puerto Rican food is good too. Their food is good, and Dominican Republic, they can really cook like their food to me and Mexican, they have a lot of flavor like the Jamaican, so they cook with flavor. So their food is good. Yeah, Punta Cana and the Dominican, they could cook. I mean, their food is heavily flavorful. But guys, I feel they said there's a lot of black population in Punta Cana, and I feel where the black population is where I'm sorry, no pun intended. I'm not trying to diss any other culture, but I feel like the food is better there. I'm sorry. I do love pasta, but I've never been to Italy, so we'll see when I come to Italy if I like the food. See, I said when I come to Italy. That means Italy is definitely on my bucket list. Sorry, guys. I'm just too much going on. Yeah, but yeah, the food is, yeah, that's why I travel for the food. I travel for the food and I travel for the experience. If I have kids in school, so that's why my travel is limited, but if I didn't have kids in school, I would be traveling like maybe every month. Okay. I will look it up, but that okay. So it looked like the peas is a side. It's like a side dish. Like to me, do you call it peas or do you call it beans? Do you call it beans or peas? I like that in Italy they make their own pasta, so I will have to try that. I see it. Oh, it looks so good. I also like pasta, but to me, rice is my favorite. I know some people they pick and choose. Some people don't like either, but I'm really a rice girly. Some people they like pasta, they're a pasta person. I am a rice person, but I can definitely eat pasta, but I like rice. I could eat rice with anything, like rice with anything. Really, that's just me. Okay, okay, the green one. So I will look that up. That's interesting. That is interesting. It's it's really nice how how people eat different cultures, different countries. They just some of the foods are familiar and some of the foods are different. So it's just, I guess when you travel, you just have to taste people's culture. Yeah, I feel like with pasta, it's easy to make certain things. Like you could make lasagna, you can make, Jamaicans, we make this thing called Rasta pasta, which I love to make. I make it because, I love to make it. I love to eat it. But those type of foods I cannot eat all the time because it's can be fattening. So I have to really limit my intake on those foods, but they're good. We make spaghetti, you know. You can make anything, mixed vegetable with pasta. It's just, yeah, you can create your own. That's the thing with cooking. You don't have to stick with traditional trends. You can make your own, mix your own recipe, make your own thing. Oh yeah. And I use olive oil too, Polindo. Yeah, but I guess you guys use the natural. But I buy the organic olive oil. Okay, so you guys mainly use olive oil in Italy. Yeah, I cook with olive oil as well. But now they're making all different types of oils. They're making avocado oil. Um, co- Coconut oil is good. I haven't really tried avocado oil, but I have a friend who she cooks with avocado oil. But I just stick with olive oil, but they have different oils now just to make, people are trying to move into a more healthier diet. So you can hear me now. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Hi, Kelly. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for coming in my live. I hope you're having a great day. Yeah, I use extra virgin olive oil as well, and it's quite expensive. Sorry about that, Paulindo. So, what time is it in Italy? What time is it in Italy? Is it morning or nighttime? I hope everyone is having a wonderful Valentine's don't forget to like my live when you guys come into my live. Oh, okay, 6:28. So it's 6 hours away. I mean, it's a six, not 6 hours away. It's a 6 hour time difference. Okay, yeah, you can tell us happy Sunday because yeah, we're still in Saturday. It's 6:28 p.m. here in the evening where I'm at. Yeah, we're 6 hours behind. That's a lot. Maybe one day I'll visit Italy just for the food because they said Italy, the food is very good, so I have to visit it. But they said it's a lot of walking in Italy. Yes, Paulindo, you live in the future. You live in the future. 6 hours in the future. That's so crazy the way you put it. You live in the future.
How much time did you put? Ask them.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend in the future. A future friend. We have a friend in the future. We have a friend in the future. My goodness, with kids. Here you go, hon. Back, yeah. And you, that is so funny. You have a friend in the future. So, is anyone have anyone celebrated? I know some people celebrate the day before or the day after. So, I know some people celebrated last week because the restaurants are really packed. Yes, you have a friend in the past. You have a friend in the past. So, the restaurants are really packed. So, a lot of people celebrated beforehand. A lot of people celebrated beforehand. Yep. Yep. Hopefully next year I'll maybe celebrate. Sorry, Paulindo, it's not buffering. My thing just kicked me off, guys. Welcome to my live, Carla's Way. I talk about anything and everything, whatever you guys want to talk about. And don't forget to like my live when you enter the live chat. I know today's like talking about love, Valentine's, and mostly we're talking about foods, but it's been a day. I just can't wait to relax and go to sleep, but it's still early. The kids are up, so I can't. And in my state, guys, it's a mini holiday weekend, which we probably should have booked somewhere to go, but maybe I'll do it. It's President's weekend. Um, a lot of people probably have taken vacation this week because the kids are off for a mini winter break, but No, we didn't take any break off this year in February. We did not. It was not necessary, so we didn't take it off. Normally, I wonder when do you guys take off with your kids? Normally, I like to take the summers off because they're home most of the time and you can go and do stuff with them in the summer, but the spring break is only a week. I'll go for a few days or a couple days. It will depend on my mood, but it's good for us to book trips. It's good for us to book trips away with your kids. Enjoy family time away. But they want us to book trips a year in advance. It's so difficult to book trips a year in advance because you don't know what you're doing a year from now. So I guess in next year I'll plan better for spring break. I did not plan for spring break, but a friend asked me to do something and I'm like, ugh, I don't know. Because it's really good to plan for the summer vacations, but the summer is so busy. People are so busy in the summer. I'm telling you, they're so busy in the summer. People are, if you go anywhere, people are all over the place. And it is what it is. That's how it is. People are very busy. But I hope you guys are enjoying your Valentine's Day. This balloon is so cute. Thank you to my hubby for buying it, baby. But it's nice. It's just weird how adults like balloons. Do you guys feel like that's weird that adults like balloons? It's just pretty, I guess. But it's pretty. They make balloons. Are these balloons made for adults or kids? I'm wondering, do they make them for kids or adults? Because I guess kids celebrate too, but these balloons are made for what? For kids? I don't know. I have all boys, so I don't think I'll have to give them no red heart balloon or red balloon. So that is wonderful. They have to be the one to be given, so it's totally different. You have to raise your boys to give, they have to give the balloons. I love, this is Fenty. This Fenty lip gloss, Fenty Beauty. I had it for a while, but the thing is with this lip, it's a nice lip gloss. It doesn't dry out your lip, but the thing about this Fenty lip gloss is that it, like in the summer, if it's hot, the lip gloss will melt out of its case. Can be very messy. So I normally bring it in another container just so that it will not spill all over the place. But it's really good. It's a great lip gloss. So guys, give me 1 second. For some reason, I did mention that I didn't have an appetite, but my husband got me chocolate and I'm going to get one. Thank you, Paulindo. I went to get a chocolate. You guys want some? Here. Here's a piece of chocolate. Mm. Yeah, you knew that. Yes, you knew the name. See? Yep, you're correct. Yeah, they love it over here. We love this chocolate over here. For Valentine's Day, they sell it. For Christmas, they sell it. Lots of things from Italy here. I can't eat anymore because I'm on a diet. I need to lose 5 pounds. That chocolate is making me gain back the 5 pounds. Mm-mm-mm. But that's very good. Sometimes you need some sweet. You need like, especially when you're sick, you have no appetite. I have no appetite. So when you have no appetite, it's like you have to force yourself to eat because your body will become very, very weak. You know? Guys, please don't forget to like my live when you come in. I know I don't like saying that, but they say that. I was going to talk about another topic, but it totally slipped my mind. What was the topic? Why do you think so many people are single, Paulindo? Because they don't have trust. They don't trust other people. I don't think people should be sad if they're single because you know what? The time for you to date and be with someone, it will come. It will definitely come. The time that's meant for you to be with someone, it will come. You won't be single forever if you don't want to be single. So that's how I feel personally. If you don't want to be single forever, you won't be single forever. You're single with no kids. So, Paulindo, you're like a great catch. You're a great catch for a woman because you said you're 37, you have no kids, you are single. So, if women are in the dating field, they're going to love you because you have no kids, you have no attachment. So, you guys can start your family together. Yeah, I think a lot of people are selfish and they just don't want to sacrifice. But when you get into a relationship, it's all about sacrifice. It's not really sacrificing. I think it's just compromising because sacrifice sounds harsh, but I would say you have to compromise. You have to compromise everything, mostly everything. And it's not just settling, you're compromising to fit those person needs because my husband and me, we have different temperaments, different ways of doing things, and you just have to get used to it. So, sometimes if if I'm doing laundry and I'll have it down on the floor. If you see those reels about your husband is a neat freak, like I'll put the laundry on the floor and the next minute I turn around, the laundry is off the floor. But I'm separating the laundry. So that is my pet peeve. Like if I'm doing laundry, I don't want anyone to touch or interrupt everything, but he doesn't like to see the laundry separated on the floor. He just wants the laundry to be done like with nothing. So That's something we compromise on. Like he is like I think OCD. My husband is OCD and I'm not OCD, so that's what we have to get used to. I clean, but he's like a OCD person. So you have to get used to someone like that. Because if you put something one way, the next minute it's gone. Like it's either thrown out or gone because he doesn't like to see it there. So I'll have my water here. See, I'm drinking the water. And if I leave it here and he sees this water bottle here, he'll come and throw out my water. And I'll be like, I was drinking the water. Why would you throw away the water? It's just crazy like that. So I'm just saying that to say it's a relationship. You have to compromise. You have to compromise with people. You have to get used to people's temperaments. Like some people are just very anal, and some people they're just very laid back, very nonchalant. You guys have to work together to make it work, because if you don't work together, it's not gonna work. Thank you, Jesse Dean. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like my live. If you don't work together, it will not work. If you don't compromise, it will not work. Sorry, in a relationship. And as I mentioned, in a relationship, you have to still, a lot of people think if they get in a relationship, they must become this whole new person. You have to change who you are. Like maybe you have to change some aspects of yourself. Like if you were a single person going out all the time, in a relationship, once you get into a relationship, you cannot do that. You have to stay home or go out with your husband. You can't just go out with your friends every weekend party, and you cannot do that. But you guys have to make that agreement in your relationship. You have to talk to each other about what you want in your relationship. A relationship is all about compromise, and some people are so selfish, you're unwilling to compromise. Some people just want things your own way. Some people want their house a certain way. Some people want, you have to dress a certain way. Some people, you have to carry your hair a certain way. And you cannot do that. When you get in a relationship with someone, you have to let that person be themselves. If the person is being a detriment to themselves, like you see your partner going out excessively, yes, that's a problem. You can talk to them, but your partner is not going to change until they want to change. If you see your partner doing toxic things, you have to try to help them to get better. Right. Yes, Paulindo. The thing about relationship is no one is perfect, and you have to work together to support and stand with each other. No one is perfect, and everyone have their vices. We all have things that we do that is not perfect. We have to fix certain things. They have to fix certain things. Certain things they love, certain things you don't love, but it's all about compromise and working together for your family. And that's why a lot of relationships fail, because people are not willing to work through the people expect everything to be, glitters and roses all the time, but it's not. It's not always that way. There's people who go through major shifts in relationship. Like some people, they will get with someone and you're normal, you're walking, you're talking properly, and then that person, they get bedridden. So they have to, stay with that person. I know a guy like that. His wife was normal and she's now bedridden, and he takes care of his wife. That is a commitment, a compromise. He didn't just get up and leave and say, "Oh, I'm going to leave my wife." So people are not really they're not, a lot of people are not strong to sustain certain things that go on in a relationship. And I think that those things go on in life, right? In life, we're not perfect. In life, we go through ups and downs. And a lot of people are not able to sustain. A lot of people will mentally break or physically break if anything happens to them. If things are not perfect, they will go, they won't be able to withstand it. So that's a relationship as well. You have to be strong to withstand the the battles, I would say, not the battles. I don't know the word, but you have to be strong to withstand the storms, not the storms, which is the same thing as battle, but the storms. You have to be strong to withstand the storms. You have to be just strong. You have to be a strong person. You can't settle for everything. Don't settle for things that are not right are not right or aligned with you. If your spouse is doing something that you know is not right, it doesn't align with your morals and values, then you can certainly walk away from that situation. Like if you I knew a friend that she said she stayed with her husband for about a long time, and he constantly cheated on her in the entire relationship from the first day she met him, but she stayed with him for a very long time. Now, I feel like in those toxic situations, you cannot stay with someone, but it's your choice. It's your choice. But I wouldn't condone a woman staying with a toxic man who's gonna go out on my relationship or on their relationship. You cannot stay with a toxic man because that will get you like a a disease or something. You can't do that. But she stayed with him for a long time, and the unthinkable thing that he did at the end, it's like, wow, it's like unbelievable. But it's like you saw the signs from the very first time. Why did you stay with him? What he did is very unthinkable. See, my Jamaican accent is coming in. It's not unthinkable because people have done it, but when you hear about it in real life, it's like, wow, those are things you see on TV, you know? But when you see red flags like that in a relationship, you have to probably remove yourself because some people have toxic traits that will never change. But if it's like not a major bad toxic trait, then you guys can work together. Like excessive partying or something, or excessive if you have a gambler, things like that, bad money habits. You can help your partner with that. But if a partner is like a cheater, they cannot change that because that's who they are. If they didn't change from 10 years ago, you think 10 years from now they're going to change. They're not going to change. That's who they are. I'm not saying people can't change. Like if the guy did it one time and he made a choice to change, yeah, maybe she can forgive him. But if he's doing it consecutively throughout the entire relationship, then no, 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 let him go. And I can't even say the unthinkable thing that he did. Well, I don't think they're watching, but the unthinkable thing that he did is like he went with a family member, like a family member, guys, and had a baby. Can you imagine that? That is just not good. Like, not good. It's like something you see on TV, like you see it on TV and you see it on it's not good, for you to do that and then you go with a family member and carry a child into this world. It's just not good. So when you have those type of partners, you have to find the red flag and you have to let them go. Don't hold on. I do say people have to compromise, but certain things you cannot compromise with. You have to let it go. You have to let it go, Because some people are not going to change. They say for some cheaters, once a cheater, always a cheater. So let that cheater go. If a guy is, some people are saying a guy, some women, I've heard it from them that they don't like soft men. You don't like a soft man. If a man is paying for everything, a man is, every time you call him, he's always there. To me, that's not a soft man. That's a good man. A good man. Like he can paint your house, he can do your floor, he can do everything. And you call him and he's always there. Like, You think that guy's a pushover? No, he's a good man. And a lot of women don't know how to settle for good men. They just want these bad boys. But I feel like, you hear of women, we deal, not we, I would say in our 20s, in my 20s, and, we dealt with certain things, certain situations. But it's baffling to me at like 40 something, and you hear about the 40 something year olds who are doing things that they should not be doing in their 40s. Like, women and men need the same type of negative attention, the same type of toxic attention. People must learn to love themselves before they move in a relationship at an older age. So learn to love yourself first, and then you move on to a relationship. Don't just jump into a relationship because you're single or lonely. You have to learn to love yourself first, learn to enjoy your time with yourself first, and then you go into a relationship at an older age. Because at an older age, some people are still playing games, they're still on with the BS, and no one wants to deal with that at an older age. So I'm just talking to the single people who are out there dating. I'm letting you know, red flag, red flag. There are men out there and women out there who play games like they're in their 20s and in their 30s. So be careful. You have to learn how to love yourself, and you have to recognize the red flags, and you have to know how to assess them, know how to deal with people. And to me, at an older age, 40, I'm saying, to me, in my opinion, how I feel, if you're in your 40s and late 30s, you should not deal with certain behaviors from certain people for your potential partner. Certain behaviors should not be there. Like, if you see someone playing games or being immature, being toxic, you have to let those people go. You don't want those type of people in your life. As you get older, you must live in peace. You should be looking to have peace. You should looking to have zen, looking to wake up and having a wonderful, luxurious life. Luxury in your eyes can look different than luxury in my eyes, but your life should not be chaotic and toxic because you decided to date, because you decide to, get a new partner in your life. It should not be that way. So when you guys are dating, please, me to we, what are you saying, Paulindo? You should learn to switch from me to we. Okay, we. We, and me. But I feel like as you get older, you shouldn't be dealing with the BS. At 40 and 50 and 60 and 70, don't deal with the BS. People should definitely learn how to act. They should learn how to be mindful of others. You should have learned all your lessons in life, in relationships, to learn how to treat people properly, to learn how to stop playing games, to learn how to support yourself financially so you're not getting in a relationship to financially rob someone or scam someone. You should learn how to financially be there for your partner. You should learn how to be a good person. You know, life is about being good people, treating people right. Life is about being genuine. Life is about treating others how you want to be treated. And on this day, Kalulu, how are you, Kalulu? On this day, Valentine's Day, we're talking about love. And what does love mean to you? Love means that you should treat people right. You should treat people with respect. You should treat people how you want to be treated. So as we get older, we want to treat people properly. I know that I'm not God. You said you're not him. No, because I'm a female. I am not him. I'm a male. I am not above anyone. Why do you say that? Why would you say I feel like I'm above people? I don't feel like I'm above anyone. I just believe that as you get older, you should recognize the signs of a toxic partner And if you're single, I'm just warning you, giving you warnings. You know, like our parents, they tell us not to do certain things and then we do it. And when we look back, we say, oh, mom or dad or whoever, I should have listened to you. So I am just saying now, as someone who've walked in the path of, I was in a toxic relationship, I've dealt with people who were manipulators, and I have dealt with that. So I'm trying to tell people not to enter certain relationships at a certain age. You have to look for the red flags. If you know a man is just coming over to get your goodies at an older age, if that's your agreement, yes. But if you want a stable relationship and you see that this person is playing games, if you have no attachment to that person, let them go. That is just, in my opinion, pretty much. Okay, that's just, in my opinion, pretty much. You have to be mindful of other people and mindful of, the bad people that are coming into your life. And older women, if you're dating, please be careful with dating younger men, because some younger men are looking to come in so that you can take care of them financially, and they're not looking to be, a benefit to you as well. I'm not saying that we should be using one another, but you have to come into a relationship with some sort of benefit. You can't just come in to try to use people, to try to take what others have. You have to compromise and work with each other, you know? And that is how I feel, allegedly. And guys, don't speak bad about anyone on my live, and try to be positive. Try to, and please don't forget to like my live and subscribe. Thank you. And I don't think I'm better than people. I don't. That is just not in my personality trait. That is just not how I operate. I actually think we're all the same. No one is above anyone, and I don't think I'm better than anyone. I've never had that. That's never been something that I do. So I'm just trying to give advice to women and men who are single, since we're on Valentine's Day and a lot of people say they're single. We're on Valentine's Day, and I'm trying to give you advice on how to not. I don't think I'm better than others. I don't believe I'm better than others. But I think I'm very, I have confidence in who I am. But I don't, the reason why I don't think I'm better than others, because I don't compare myself to others. I feel like everyone is unique in their own way, and everyone is, you're you, I'm me, so there is no comparison. So how can I think I'm better if I don't compare? You can't compare to me and I can't compare to you, because we're each our own individual self, and we each walk in our own paths, and we each have our own life story. So that is just my opinion on comparison and people thinking they're better. You're not me, I'm not you. We each have our own story. You can't be me, so there is no comparison. So there is no better or best or whatever. But if you're an older age, be careful. Be careful, guys, of the men that come into your life, because you know what? The men, them, they can shape shift, like they said. Shape shift. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Valentine's Day. Don't forget to like my channel or like my live. You guys can let me know what you want to talk about. You know, I don't just have to talk about this, but I was just talking about relationships because I'm baffled that people still play games in their at an older age. It's really baffling to me that people still play games like they're players in their older age. But I guess that's why we see people in their 70s and so having kids. So I am very much surprised when people are in their older age and they want to play games. Like, you don't play games. You know, you don't play games. Nothing happened. I had to get up. How are you? Don't forget to like my live, please. Don't forget to like my live, guys. I'm not Bob Marley cousin child. I am not Bob Marley cousins. Bob Marley, no woman, no cry. Bob Marley have a lot of good songs. His songs are very powerful. The messages in his songs are... Why do people hear my Jamaican accent? A lot of people don't think I have it. I'm gonna have to try to mask it next time I'm online because you guys think I'm Jamaican, right? I wasn't raised here, so I don't know much. I know a lot. Hi, if you know about me. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. I'm a good Jamaican. Oh my God, if you know about me, I hope you find your Valentine because you guys say the things that is just inappropriate. But yeah, I guess a lot of Jamaicans are mischievous. Not me though, I'm a good one. I'm not the typical Jamaican. I'm not because I was raised. It's just so weird for people to think I'm not Jamaican because I was raised in America. It's just so strange to me. You know, people think all Jamaicans are mischievous, but they're not. A lot of us are very good people. Yeah, a lot of us are very good people. I feel like I'm the genuine Jamaicans. What I don't know what's happening, but I can take that off. Right. People are just whatever you're doing, you can do, hun. We're all adults. Go ahead and do it. Fine by me as long as you're doing it to you're doing it over there, you know? Go ahead and do it, hun. Find your girlfriend tonight. I think you're not this is not the right platform for that. It's not the right platform. You're on the wrong platform. They have a platform for that. They made it specifically for you. If you know about me, they made it specifically about you. I can tell him to go do it. Like, go do it elsewhere. Go to other platform. It is what it is. We don't tell people what to do. People have free will. They can do whatever they like, okay? People have free will. If that's what you want to do on this Saturday evening, go right ahead. People should do whatever comfort them. And if that's what comforts you, okay, I get views in a proper way. I don't know how he made it on my page. I deleted it. Thank you so much. I talk about appropriate topics, but if someone comes on my live and say something crazy, I see people go on people's live and say crazy things, but that's just them. It doesn't reflect. It's not a reflection on who I am. It's a reflection on that person, and you can't even see them. You can't even see them. Okay, yeah, the topic is about Valentine's and love. It's a Lover's Day, so the topic is about love. But yeah, we're talking about Valentine's. But I feel like are single because they're unwilling, like I was saying. A lot of people don't have a Valentine's. A lot of people are on here saying that they didn't have Valentine's. And I think people are single, and I can't say why people are single, because you know what, some people have a choice. If they choose to be single, I have nothing against that. That's their choice. Some people, they feel like they're at peace being single, because sometimes men can cause a lot of stress, chaos, and women prefer to be by themselves. You know, women prefer to be by themselves sometimes, or men prefer, because people can be very stressful. They don't know how to compromise, they don't know how to, work with someone else. But for those who are celebrating Valentine's Day, I hope you're having a wonderful day, because it's a beautiful day. We're alive, and men aren't distressed. I think men are distressed because a lot of men have to have money, and they don't have the money, and so they cause stress. But it doesn't have to do with money anyways, because there's a lot of rich men that have women, and the women leave them anyways. So, and I don't go all out on Valentine's. To me, Valentine's is just another day, because you can celebrate love any day. You can celebrate love any day. You don't have to pick February 14th, especially the people who are in relationships and make dating a priority. You're pretty much celebrating your love or your relationship every day. Well, if you know about me, yeah, we have no control. We're stressed. That is stressful. Okay. Well, you guys have to talk about that, because if you're dating someone, why are you telling them you're telling them how much you make? So if you're dating a woman and she wants to know how much you make, you know for sure that woman is only there for one thing, right? She wants to know about your financial background. She doesn't care about you. She just want to know if you could take care of her, pretty much. That is a woman who's in there that will date you just for what you can give her. She will have no emotional attachment to you. Right. So women can, they're very, I feel like with relationships, you guys have to work together. There's too many people confused about relationships, when relationships are pretty much common sense. It's nothing new. It's nothing new, but people make it so complex. Isn't that the point of a relationship? Emotional attachment? Like love, you're looking for love, right? And love is an emotion. You have to have a deep emotional connection to somebody when you love them, because without that there's no love. Without that there is no love, and with no love there's no love. And Valentine's Day is for love. It's for love, guys. Love each other, love your partner, treat your partner well. And men, you have to be financially stable, because women don't like that. Okay, you're teaching that art, Re. Okay. if that's how you want to live your life and teach that way, you know, you can't go in. So if you're going in with no emotional attachment, then you're not going in for a relationship to me. Okay, I understand. But I guess you have to be prepared. Yeah, the romantic ones are the ones who, sometimes they get hurt. Sometimes it hurts to be romantic. But like I said, women in 2026, they're looking for the romantic guys. They're looking for the guys who are lovers, the guys who can, you know, the guys who can take them out on a date, who can wine and dine them. They're not looking for men who can't do anything for them. So if you can't do anything for a woman in 2026, then be by yourself until you get yourself together. Be by yourself when you um I feel like a lot of women are looking for guys who can romanticize them. They're not looking for bad guys. The bad guys thing is out the window cuz look at what I'm going to say, you cannot be with the bad guys because look at what happened to Cardi B. Like she got played in the face. She got played by that football player, so allegedly. Oh my goodness. I have to remove you. Have a great day. Yeah, women love a man that can cook like that. If you don't have a man that can cook, ladies, I am sorry for you because once a man can cook, oh my God. And you don't have to, cook every day and he can cook. And most Caribbean men, Jamaican men, they can cook. They really can cook. They really can cook. It's okay for other people to bring food. When a woman have a baby, it's okay for family members or other people. But I think both parties need to learn to cook. That's why parents, when you have your kids, make sure you teach them how to cook because if they know how to cook and you live in your house, you'll get a break. Because some kids, they turn out to cook better than you do because they just have that knack for cooking. Hi, how are you? Relationships are really hard, yeah. It's like complex, trust me. It's a lot of work, lots of work. But like I said, you guys have to work together to make it work so that you can celebrate Lovers Day like everyone else. Love is in the air. You guys will find love. You're just talking tough, but you will definitely find the love you need, and I hope you find it. I hope you guys find the love that you need, okay? Guys, don't forget to like my live. I need to take your advice. Yeah, arguing it doesn't solve anything, but hey, sometimes you gotta argue. But it's good not to argue. I'm not saying sometimes you gotta argue, but I like to communicate. Sometimes I can get heated, not all the time, but the older you get, the more you're like, arguing is a waste of time. It's best if you communicate. It's not a thing, but if you're in like a long-term relationship, arguing, it happens. But I feel like it's toxic and you have to learn how to talk and disagree. Yeah, because arguing doesn't solve anything because you're yelling back and forth at each other and neither of you are hearing each other. So it's best to just communicate and try to, deal with your disagreements. I totally agree with that, Ari. Arguing is not good for anybody. Arguing is for the birds. Arguing is not good. It doesn't solve anything. Oh, it's good you don't argue. It's good when you meet people that don't argue. I try not to argue because you're right. It's for the birds. Doesn't make sense. It's better you communicate. Communicate what you're going through and it will help. If you communicate, it will definitely help. Communication is better than arguing because if you're arguing, you're both not hearing each other. But if you talk or disagree on something, you each can talk to each other about why you disagree and you can come to a resolution together. So it's okay to have disagreements in a relationship, but it's not okay to argue, but arguments do happen in relationships. It's how you handle those arguments. Guys, don't forget to like my live when you come into the live. Yeah, and it's weird to me because okay, look at chocolate. Okay. That's good. I'm happy. It's yeah. I'm trying. I think as I get older, I'm learning not to argue. I'm just someone who like to make my point and I like to be heard. So I think that's a problem for me. I'm learning not to argue. But if someone argues a lot, like say someone argues with you a lot or they belittle you in a relationship, it's hard for you to be quiet, or blank stare. You have to tell them that that's not okay. And eventually people are going to blow up. So that's me. So this is my personality. People will do, and I'm not talking about just a relationship, man and woman relationship. Right now, I'm talking in general, in any relationship that I have. Friendships, mother, sister, my brothers, they don't really argue with me. But if someone is saying something that I don't appreciate, I will stare at them. I won't respond But if they keep repeating it over and over, like every time I see you repeat something that you know upset me, like the same thing, eventually, I'm sorry, I have to make my point or say something, and that may cause an argument. But you're right about arguing doesn't solve anything. We have to learn to just communicate. The way that I'm talking now, I have to talk calm and communicate. Right. Yes. So, Ari, that's your way of handling things, but everyone handles disagreements differently. But I do agree with you that arguing is not good. Okay. I don't have the look of thunder. Like, when my husband look at me that way, I just laugh because it's a look. But I have a sister that have a look like that. Like, when she look that way, it's like you're wondering what the heck is in her head. But some people have that look. They can look at somebody and people get scared, but not all of us carry that. I don't carry that look because I'm not naturally an angry person and I don't get upset easily. So I don't have that look of thunder. I don't have it. I just vocalize how I feel. So that is something I need to work on because I vocalize how I feel. And I don't just look and internalize it. I have to express what's bothering me and how I feel in any situation. I cannot, some people, they can hold it in, stare at you, whatever. But I have to communicate. I have to tell you what's bothering me, what you did, or and why. That's just how I operate, you know? I tell people, but sometimes once people think you're their family or your best friend, you can communicate with them and they don't care. They're still going to do the same crazy thing again. So that's what I've learned about people. Some people are just who they are. No matter what they do, whether it's toxic, whether you tell them, that's who they are. They cannot change their personality type because you told them, right? But they're still the same. So that means you cannot change them. So it's best to just move on or just accept that person for who they are. Yeah, so it's how you approach people, how you assess a situation. But I do like the no arguing thing, and I'll work on that. 2026. I've become so much better though. I've learned to just be silent and walk away. You know? I've learned to just be silent and walk away because arguing doesn't solve anything because you're right. No one hears each other when people are arguing. No one hears the other party. It's better if you just and sit quietly and communicate about your disagreements. You can go vent probably in your car, yell it out and then come back again. But that's the thing about relationships, you know? That is the thing about relationships. It's it's very tricky. You have to be strong to withstand it. And everything is not going to be peaches and cream. Like sometimes you're going to go through a roller coaster, but it's okay. If you guys love each other, you will withstand the test. You'll withstand the trials and the tribulations. What does it say? Till death do us part. That's what it says. Till death do us part. Yep, relationships are till death do us part. So I would say marriages, not relationships, marriages. So, hi, Chi, how are you? You're right, Ari. No one needs to argue, but you're right. I agree with you. Arguing doesn't solve anything. And I like that you have that personality. What are you saying? No, they ain't. Relationships should be till death do you part. So argue, you're right. No, you're right. Someone who's like your spouse is your best friend, so arguing with them is not a good thing. You're very right. And life, you're right, is stressful. So you're right, Ari. I do agree with that. Arguing is a waste of time, and life is already stressful. So it's best for you to just communicate issues in a relationship and promise us not to argue. Because argue doesn't work. Arguing does not work. It doesn't solve any problems. It does not work at all. So, Day Day, you're copying Ari. I don't see why. But guys, right. Day Day must be a kid. I don't know. It's best sometimes, you know how you say you don't argue, don't pay attention to people in the chat either if they're just doing something that's not nice. Guys, you have to learn how to be mature. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Please don't forget to like my live, but you guys have to learn how to be mature. Arguing with strangers is not good. You're right. And that's the remember I said I don't compete with others. That's people in real life too. They try to be the next best. There are a lot of people in life who are very insecure. They have a lot of issues, and it's stemmed from childhood. They're insecure. So that's when you have a child, you have to speak life in them, speak confidence in them, teach them how to not pay attention to the outside world, and just speak a lot of affirmations and positive light. Then in their real world and out there outside of your household, they won't compare themselves to others. They'll be strong and they'll be able to not trying to be the best, because when you try to be the best and trying to compare, that's just gonna make you unhappy. That's like you're not gonna win because the competition is in your head or in your mind and heart. When you're competing with others, nobody's competing with you. Nobody's competing with you. The only person that you need to compete with in life is yourself. Trying to make yourself better than yesterday. Try to make yourself better than last week. That's the only competition you have, yourself. I don't understand why people compete with other people. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, if you're not on a sports team, on a sports track, stop the competing. It's a waste of time. You have your life and we have our lives. I have my life. Don't compare because you don't know what someone goes through. You cannot see what's in their mind, heart, body, soul. There's a lot of people that's going through a lot. They are in their mind mentally, they are struggling. So you're compared with somebody who doesn't even feel like they're 100%. So isn't that weird? People compete with people based on what they see on the outside, but they don't see what's going on the inside of those people. So that is what I say. Don't compare with anyone. Compare with yourself. Try to make yourself better. You know, try to make yourself better. That's what life's about. Life is about us elevating and making ourselves better. You know, on this Valentine's Day, as they say, as they're celebrating all over the world, everyone is posting with their balloons, their red dress, going out to eat, posting their Valentines. Try to love yourself, you know. We love, a lot of us, not me, a lot of people, they love attention, love to, you know, gloated upon by the internet or other people. But learn to love within, learn to love yourself within. You know, the love is not out there, it's not through the phone, it's right here in your heart. You can touch yourself. I mean, like this. The love is within. Within. Okay? Within you. Try to love yourself before you try to seek validation and love from other people. Not even your parents can validate the love you need unless you love yourself. You got to love yourself first. So, that is just my message on love and putting yourself first. Stop competing with people. Life is too stressful. No one have time to compete. You know, we're all trying to survive what's happening all over the world. Guys, don't forget to like my live. Don't forget to like my live, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you guys. But you know what? I'm going to have to go for tonight. It was so fun talking to you guys. I know I've been sick, so I haven't been on for an entire week, and I normally come on like once or twice a week, maybe 3 times sometimes. But it's been a rough week. It's cold. You're funny, Ari. But okay. Who are you talking about, Yari? I'm talking in general. I wasn't referring to you. I wasn't referring to you. I was just talking in general. It just popped in my head about people who compete. Sometimes when I say stuff, it's just general. In general, people compete and they're competing with people who they don't know. Like a lot of these regular girls that I know regularly, they're trying to keep up with these Instagram baddies. Those baddies are getting things for free. You don't know what those baddies are doing to get the material items that they have. So stop comparing, stop trying to keep up with these people. A lot of them are selling their souls to get what they want, just for a picture, just for a flight to Italy, just for a flight to Paris, just to sit at, you know, to go to an event like the Grammys. They're selling their soul for that. So be careful, guys. Love yourself. I know it's Valentine's Day, it's a couple's love day, but at the end of the day, we have to learn how to love ourselves and stop looking outside. Start to look within, you know, stay within yourself. Who are you talking about, Ari? How can you measure yourself with me? You're a boy, I'm a girl. I'm talking in general. I'm talking in general, but guys, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just saying, learn to love yourself. Okay, you're in general. Yeah. There's no need to measure up to people because as I mentioned before, we each are our own individual. We each have to walk our own paths. There's no way you should try to compete with others. It's kind of funny to me seeing people compete because your life and my life is different. We have different paths, you know. We have different stories. We will A lot of people aren't where they are. A lot of people still have a long way to go, but they're humble. Stay humble. I wish everyone stay humble. You know, stay humble in your path of righteousness. I don't know. Stay humble in your path of righteousness. Okay? Okay, guys. Don't forget to like my live. And like I said, I'm sick, so it's 7:48 p.m. here, and I need to go to lay down and take a nap because I am so tired. But it's a long weekend for me, and I will try to come on. And I thank you guys for coming in and talking to me today. Hopefully, we can talk tomorrow. Don't forget to like my live and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great night, guys, and thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. And remember to love yourself first. Bye bye.